So what I read here, this is what I initially read in terms of headline. Shane McMahon's back, Roman Reigns still champion. So I start thinking WrestleMania 17, is Shane part of the bloodline? So get this, remember, it's out of context. So I'm reading I'm scrolling, I'm reading Shane came back, Roman still champion. Shane part of the bloodline now.
We're talking WrestleMania. You've mentioned you did not want to watch Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, the main event of WrestleMania. So firstly, why? Why did you refuse? Why didn't you want to see that?
You know what, yeah? To this day, the best thing I ever did was go to sleep on Sunday. The best thing I ever did. Max, listen to this. Saturday night one, watched it from completion. It was one of those things I was like, oh, hey, boo, I'm going to watch like the first hour or two and I come to bed. I finished the whole show because I loved it. Night one was chef's kiss. So night two, I forgot how long the pre-show is. And I was like, bro, it doesn't start like 1. I got work the next day. I didn't book time off. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to sleep, wake up, hopefully read on Twitter, Cody was the new champion. So that gave me gassed. I need to watch blah, blah. I go to sleep, my friend. I wake up, Armageddon on Twitter. So what I read here, this is what I initially read in terms of headline. Shane McMahon's back, Roman Reigns still champion. So I start thinking WrestleMania 17, is Shane part of the bloodline? So get this, remember, it's out of context. So I'm reading I'm scrolling, I'm reading Shane came back, Roman still champion. Is Shane part of the bloodline now? I went, no, that's too stupid. No. And I read up, I was like, wait, so you didn't choose LA Knight, you chose Shane McMahon, he tore his quad. That is stupid. And then what? Snoop Dogg punch Miz did the people's elbow. All right, okay. And then I read the main event. I was like, you kidding me? Cody did not win. The story was set up. Bro, you said, me and you just talked earlier about how you started watching wrestling via WCW. To this day, if someone asked you, how did the NWO storyline end? It didn't really end. It fizzled.
Yeah. It
could have been one of the best storyline in wrestling had it had a natural conclusion. They didn't do that because a lot of politics got extended, it got dry, it got watered down. You had a lot of splinter groups. I love me some Wolfpack, but I even like NWO Silver and Black because I'm a Bret Hart fan. I don't care if it's listen. I like Jeff Jarrett. I like all the guys in there. I don't care for the Harris boys, twins. I like some of the ladies they had in the NWO. Scott Steiner was killing it.
Why not?
Exactly. But this storyline, because there's chapters, there's the chapter of Roman Reigns as champion should have ended at WrestleMania because I want to see something different. I keep making a joke. There's someone who had a coma, just woke up from a 3-year coma. Maybe it's COVID related, maybe it's whatever. And he goes, who's champion? Roman Reigns. Oh, did he win it back? Nah, he's been champion the whole time.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Yeah, listen, Cody was that guy because he's never touched with Roman since they both changed the persona. And then people say adversity. If you've been watching wrestling for a long time, you've seen his adversity. You've seen him from being a 19-year-old kid. You've seen him in Legacy. You've seen him be, dashing. You've seen him have a mustache. You've seen him be Stardust. You see him try. You see him become the Nightmare. His development and adversity. Man tore off his titty meat. His titty meat was screaming. It was purple. How much adversity? That's people don't fight in real life. Is that not adversity? Go home, son. Is that not adversity? I'm sorry. He tore off his whole pec and he wrestled.
Big facts.
I saw adversity, but I think the problem is that the fact that he came out as number 30. Gunter did most of the work. That's most of the adversity or whatever it is. So I understand that in 2023. It didn't look like he had adversity, but he had adversity. My guy fought his way to come back to WWE to reinvent himself. The crowning moment should be the title. It should be Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes for the title. Storyline being Brock couldn't challenge for Roman, but as soon as that, a new champion, that ban is lifted. He goes, bruv, I'm in front of the queue for the title. That would have made me gassed. That's his first title feud. But no, Roman Reigns has gone to, August. Or Night of Champions.
It's an odd one, and I won't lie, I'll hold my hands up. I was one of the people that said that Cody Rhodes needs to go through some more adversity, but maybe a couple weeks out. That I said this also, but maybe about 2 to 3 weeks before the WrestleMania match, I came to my senses and I thought, but what hasn't he gone through? They've told the story of him being undesirable, going, starting his own company, etc., going on the indies, coming back. They've literally even told that story in WWE, which knowing WWE, they could have avoided altogether. So
Yeah.
they've demonstrated, what he's been through. That
Yeah.
is the adversity. And like you rightly said, this was the time to pull the trigger to, just freshen things up. And I even argued that Roman losing at this point would make Roman more interested.
Yes.
Like, Roman is even obviously who they're heavily invested in. Like, Cody can now go off and be the babyface champion, fits in with all the TV shows in America, does all that news stuff and the media stuff. Roman's whole story arc becomes so much more interesting if he loses this title here and blames the Usos or blames whoever, and spirals out of control.
It
becomes unhinged. Exactly.
And even more paranoid. He's like, am I the head of the table without the title? There's so many layers, because the issue with the story is, this is what I need to say. Had they had a better plan, a better person to beat Roman than Cody, and more interesting story, cool. It's the fact that we're like, a few weeks removed. I'm like, did WrestleMania even happen? We've seen this before. Same old-ish, same old promos. It's kind of like you're like recycling old meals. You put it in the microwave, but it doesn't taste the same. It tastes a few days old. It tastes stale.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm in Groundhog Day. I likened it to you watch TV shows. Yeah? I said, like, if you watch like a show like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or like like a Breaking Bad or wherever, and you're like, Gus Fring is still on the show. You know what I'm saying? Prison Break.
Prison Break was the one that everyone said, oh, first series, brilliant. Second series, good. Why are they now breaking back into prisons?
Yeah.
Why are they to break themselves out? We're going on too much now.
Yeah, exactly. I use the example, like, you got a big bad in a TV show, and usually in TV shows, that big bad's gonna die at the end of the season, and the new season you get a new big bad. But it's kind of like, I'm still here after in the next season. You're like, all right. Sometimes they do cliffhangers, but again, if you got a better story to tell it. I don't see a better story. All I see is the same old crap.
This is it. Like, my question coming into this was Cody Rhodes losing at WrestleMania a mistake? Now, I am a big Roman Reigns fan. When I was in uni,
me too. Yeah.
When I was in uni, I couldn't watch WWE, couldn't find anywhere to watch it. What I did watch was FCW, which was being uploaded onto YouTube.
Me too.
I literally watched the inception of Roman Reigns, or Liaki as he was called there.
Liaki. So people were Roman Leakey. I said, that's what you read in Wikipedia.
I literally watched this entire guy, and I was so invested because I said, no, this guy is cool. Like, he's cool. He made it. Obviously, the Shield were amazing when they made it to the main roster. I watched a bit of the Shield back before I moved back from uni. Then I had Sky at home, and I could continue watching wrestling and stuff like that. I've been invested. This isn't new, me and the Tribal Chief. I've been invested. So I genuinely celebrated at WrestleMania. But it's one of those in the moment, because you've just been taken away by that last 5-10 minutes of the match. I soon realized, what's next? And we're now maybe 3-4 weeks since WrestleMania, and obviously Cody's spinning off into this stuff with Brock.
I can't look at him. I've been skipping Cody promos. It's not the same. I can't look at him. It's like the massacre that the massacre, my boy. I'm a Roman Reigns fan as well.
My boy.
They have. I'm a Roman Reigns fan as well, but I'm also a fan of doing the right thing. So I'm a kind of guy, for example, I love The Rock, but I don't want The Rock to be champion. He's for me the greatest. He's my goal in terms, because I go through phases of loving different wrestlers and want them to succeed. But I'm more of a guy, I root for talented people to win the title. So I'll root for the guy that should win the title over my favorite guy. Because I'm like, you know what, it's time. Like, I love John Cena to a point until he did catfish me and they turned him to a Marine. I said, no, I like the white rapper. I don't know who that guy is, but I'm invested. It's like a marriage. So I'm like, all right, he's my guy, I guess. But I didn't invest that. I invest in the raps. But anyway, yeah. So I'm a kind of guy, I root for I have my favorite wrestlers, but then when I feel like it's time for them to lose, or it's an opportunity for someone that is deserving, I'll root for the deserving guy. So for me, Cody was the deserving guy. He's another one I followed back to when he was in OVW, is Cody Rhodes. I'm like you, where I like to know who the future wrestlers coming up. Yeah. When I saw Deacon Batista, I was like, that's Leviathan from OVW.
Leviathan. Yeah, what they're doing with Cody and Brock right now, I feel it's maybe placeholder. Obviously, we know we've got this draft happening as well. It's a big program for Cody. We can't deny that still, but
of course,
it's just, this is a setback, and I'm not sure if he'll ever be as hot as this again.
Thank you. You know why? We are being kind of trepidatious about it is because it's WWE. They're never good. They always fumble. Sometimes, when things happen, it falls into their lap organically. They've never been a company that planned things for it to happen and to go the way it happens. It's just that lightning in the bottle, like the Sammy thing. They didn't say, okay, Sammy's gonna join the bloodline, he's gonna get over and face. No, it's kind of like the CM Punk pipe bomb. You think they went, oh, you're gonna do pipe bomb, you're gonna blow up? No, they said, nah, he's the heel. Remember, he's meant to be a heel.
Let him do it, sort of thing.
Exactly. He's meant to be the heel, but then he caught, lightning in the bottle. So I feel like with Cody Rhodes, it was the same thing. I'm like, this guy is doing the same shtick from AEW, and he's not getting booed, And don't forget, I thought WWE crowd are very much, they're very much the kind of people, like if you're corny, they hate you. Because Cody's a corny guy. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, they still like this guy. But I think it's more to do, like, he wrestled with an injured, torn pec muscle. I think that helped it. It's kind of like,
it was visible.
Bruv, it's kind of like you're a soldier. You're a soldier. So wrestling like you're a soldier. You fought through it. And I think had that happened, it'd be like you just came back, you squashed Seth Rollins 3 times. They're handing you everything. Then you'd have heard the boo. There's no adversity. I think in that manner. But I think WWE has conditioned people to think that because Bryan Danielson, the amount of adversity he had, so people think that's the way to do it. That's like me saying, Stone Cold should. You know what? Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold WrestleMania 14. Shawn Michaels wins. Yeah, you know why? Because Stone Cold didn't have enough adversity, He was just beating people left, right, and center. He won the Rumble. He's just been beating up Shawn Michaels every week. Nah, let's give it to him. WrestleMania 15.
It doesn't make sense.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. When the guy's red hot, fair enough. Austin got over WrestleMania 13, but you had to see, like, is that real? Do you really like him? And then facilitate that. With Cody, you have to remember he got derailed because of the pec injury. If he didn't get derailed, you would have seen the full story of how they would have got him to where he needed to be to feud with Roman Reigns. But we didn't get that chance because of the injury. And the feud with Brock is not a setback, it's a great opportunity. It's a shame it's not for the title. It would have made more sense for the title. But also, their reasoning hasn't been revealed yet. If it was me, I'll say the reason why Brock Lesnar attacked Cody Rhodes because he's mad at Cody. It's like in Brock's mind, if Cody beats Roman, I could fight for the title again. But he lost, I can't fight for the title. Now
that is it. That is what they should have said. Did you must have heard what they actually said.
No. It was a speculation. It's like speculation is Brock, you want to wrestle first. The same Brock who said, if I'm not in the main event, I'm going to wrestle first. Paul Heyman said that. Seth Rollins and him. You know what I'm saying? They say speculation. That's them because they're scrambling. And that's how you know Roman Reigns winning was not 100% planned. Because if you plan stuff, why are you scrabbling your papers? Why is your papers dropping on the floor? Why is your nose changing? Pick that up. Why is Seth Rollins coming out and leaving the ring at the same time? Nah, you know what I'm saying? Plans got changed because it's obvious. Cody wins. Who's he gonna feud with? Lesnar. And then that means coming that party that he conquered Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar is the put people over, man.
Yeah, it's a funny one. It's a funny one, and I guess it'll unfold and we'll kind of see where it's going.